And first of all, I have the honor to already have my first guest with me here on stage. I met you, I mean, I heard about you many times. But I spoke to you first this week, and like I said, Heaven Bereket is now my latest new role model. It felt like just talking to you kind of expanded my vision and gave me so much inspiration. And then also reading more about you.
Oh, thanks to
Just
my 7 kids.
Yeah, no, one of the things is that she has 7 kids. I was like, wow. And you have 7 kids, but you work full-time at ICA as AI business translator. Would you, yeah?
I think it's just business translator in
Okay.
the data science and AI department.
Okay, and you've done many amazing things that we're going to go into. But first of all, yeah, how would you say, what are your key strategies to future-proof yourself and to keep yourself also? Because it's not that you only accomplished, you were also mentioned like one of the top Swedish leaders in Sweden, and you have a big engagement also driving transformation and more inclusion, entrepreneurship in Africa. But what would you say are the things that kind of make you create things that have so much impact, but that also make you relevant for both the now and the future?
Well, to be honest, I didn't set out to be like, I need to future-proof myself. For me, it's been very important to just making sure I'm being useful. And that can be in different things. I just want to make sure the skill set I'm using, whichever room, I'm bringing something to the table, because I really believe that everyone has that power. So it's never been like the main focus for me. It's been a lot of curiosity. I think I have that in my time.
But you have more than curiosity. I think many are curious. You actually put ideas into action. You co-founded like Pangea Trust.
True.
You co-founded Babino Foundation. You have like a dream job for me. You work with things that are leading the kind of the development in one of Swedish largest companies.
Yeah. But I think that every pivot I have made, because a lot of people might not know that I'm actually a pharmacist and economist. That's how I started my career or journey.
Yeah.
In that sense, I've been meeting quite a lot of people. But in every pivot, it's still have been trying to notice the gap where the conversation is happening to what is missing. So I think the most powerful question I ask is actually why, in many senses. And I can ask that quite a lot, sometimes annoying. But I think it's more of a powerful question rather than asking what is changing. It's why do we need a change?
Yeah.
Why is important? Who is missing? Who are here already?
Yeah.
I think
Okay,
that's
good.
been like my main, in that sense, what I said, what is curiosity, is trying to really understand the mission around things. And it can be small, it can be
large.
big.
Yeah. By closing the gap, it would leads me to my, I have so many questions for you, but one of the second questions, it's both when it comes to why and closing the gap. When it comes to, we know when it comes to gender equality and inclusion, that women are underrepresented in tech. Also many other like diversities and like tech is and like leading the way in it. But also when it comes to development of AI, like a lot of the development happens in the US, in China, Europe, not so much is being developed and driven, for example, in Africa and in South America. I know that you believe, and I heard you many times say that you believe in entrepreneurship and not aid. You believe in empowerment. It's the way I see it. What role do you think that entrepreneurship and empowerment plays in kind of changing the scene right now, in the kind of big changes that we're seeing in the development to make it more inclusive and kind of closing gaps?
Well, first, I think when it comes to inclusive, diversity, and gender, I'm a little bit like allergic to those words, because I think a lot of people has that like, I think we need to stop treating it as an add-on feature.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in trying to look into the infrastructure and how the architecture about it. It doesn't matter if it's within the project that I work with my awesome colleagues within ICA, or if it's trying to talk to the government about how should we use aid money, and not just donating, and is actually we want to make sure is happening into more investments.
Yeah.
And when it comes to entrepreneurship, I think a lot of people misunderstand that, and they think there has to be these huge tech bros with the huge companies. But entrepreneurship for me, it doesn't ask for permission. It just builds, and that's what I absolutely adore.
Yeah.
And if you do look into the Swedish, like Sweden as a country, 3 of every 4th job is actually thanks to entrepreneurship.
To an entrepreneur, yeah.
And
But
one of the main core factors in ICA, why I love it, is because entrepreneurship is also their main, one of the main values, like mission words. So I really take that by heart, that we
Yeah.
need to build and try really to understand that.
Wow. But you mentioned both that it's like, okay, you're kind of allergic to this concepts that maybe
because
doesn't
it's like
really
an
create
add-on
the change.
feature.
Yeah. So it's like you talk about the infrastructure and there is important and entrepreneurship. What do you see that we need more of? And also like,
You know what I'm trying to really understand? Because I met quite a lot of people who are great builders.
Yeah.
I met quite a lot of these, what we call tech bros, who builds. For me, if not having that in the beginning, I think it's actually a product like quality problem. Like if you really build something, even if it's AI or any other technology, because I've seen quite a lot of different tech transformations during my years in the business.
Yeah.
It's if you build something and you deploy it into a world that does not fit the world, for me that's just a architectural problem from
but we have huge architectural problems, and
I
also
think we really have to address that. I remember in the beginning of this main stage, they talked about and thanked the supporters and partners. My immediate question is, I think there are a lot of companies and supporters in Sweden who's not supporting this amazing conference. That's what I'm noticing. Because
the ones that are not doing it.
Who's not here, who's not supporting this cause about women in tech. But also, I look into our leaders in the government as well. I'm missing the investments in technology. I'm missing talking about maths and basic like tech in not only for women, but POC women and other like I grew up in north of Sweden in a small city.
Yeah.
We didn't have the same opportunities in the bigger cities either.
No.
So for me, we have a huge infrastructure problem.
Yeah.
And let's see, Women in Tech has been here for now 14 years. And I'm still missing quite a huge, not only companies, media, who's not supporting that. And that for me is more interesting to talk about.
Who is not supporting. And also we know that, like there were also mentioned, things have been moving forward, then we have some backlashes. And also it's like I need to go into the final question, even if I have like 50 other questions for you and could talk to you for so long. But also kind of to see more if you try to lead us more into your vision, because we have a lot of possibilities, but also challenges. Also, these times of disruption create an opening, at least I believe, to change power structures, to do things differently. What do you believe is important to get in place to make the future more, and I don't know how to say it, more kind of equal, and also it's not to use it, but also like more. I
understand the question. I think one lesson I've been more comfortable with, or I want to see more people to grasp that, is being okay being uncomfortable. In quite many rooms, because I think I really need to force myself in different rooms to make my point. It doesn't have to be right, but at least to be up on the table or discussion. I have these discussions with the leaders in Sweden as well. When it comes to investments in education, investments in activities, or sports activities, investments when it comes to tech. And I think being okay, being uncomfortable has been maybe my most underrated skill.
So it's important.
I'm okay of being the awkward one. The ones people is like, oh, are you supposed to be maybe not now, but
and also, would you say that it's something that is key to future-proofing ourselves is to lean into the uncomfort and not being afraid of asking the uncomfortable questions?
Because to be honest, the ones who's in the rooms, who's involved in difference and trying to learn these new things, is the one who's also going to shape and build. I have lectures or keynote speakers with like civil rights defenders. And the same question was like, but they're going to take everything, and the AI tech bros, they're going to destroy the world. Well, then I think the only way of changing that is to get involved in any way you can.
Yeah.
small or big, and it's as many as possible, because I believe there are more good people than bad
Then,
people.
yeah.
But I think we need see more involvement as well. To be fair, I don't think it's going to change because they think it's a good idea, or how many studies we show that, of course, inclusion is important, or of course, diversity is important.
Yeah, but would you say that like more need to kind of step up and get involved, but we also need to make it possible for more to actually do it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a two-way street, but sometimes it be difficult to not hear us if you are more people as well. So I'm happy to see that Women in Tech is now reaching almost 40,000 members.
Yeah.
I would love to see more people involved, and definitely more companies supporting and
Yeah.
getting involved as well.
Okay.
Not to throw shade at anyone, but
No, but get more on board. With that, so beautiful to have you here with me, Heaven. And also recommend to follow you on Instagram. You have a lot of followers, Decoded by Heaven. And also to support and follow the work that you're doing. Thank you so much for all the inspiration and for sharing so many insights. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.